Put my arms back.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to H&W Racing.
Yep. Okay, so we're treating the differentials in our Fortec. I treated the differentials in my Grom.
Yeah.
The reason we treat the differentials is because we want the tires to work together. We noticed with the Fortec that once we started to really apply power, it kind of just has a mind of its own because the tires aren't working together. So if you're really intimidated about working on your RC car, here's a little helpful hint for you. When you remove a piece, here's the body post, leave the screws in it. Put the screws back into it.
Pick it up, put it down.
When you remove the shocks and the shock tower, put the bolt back in it, right? When you remove the gear cover, same thing. Piece in it. It sounds silly, but once you have worked on the car 5-6 times, you won't need to do that. But in the beginning, why not? So now, the non-adjustable turnbuckles, I have the screws left in them, and it's out of the way. Your dog bones just slide out. So now you got all the parts with the bolts in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to pull the cover off. Differential covers or housings are pretty much the same. They're either split this way or they're split in half. Traxxas, this model is split in half. So here's the top of the cover. I put the bolts back in it. Okay. And there's the differential. Now, the ring gear is on a certain side. Okay. If you were to put this back together with the ring gear on this side, then it would literally fight itself. The front tires would go forward and the back tires would go backwards.
So just take a picture if you can't remember it.
Now, Traxxas did do a cool thing on this side. If you look at the differential, the bearing on the ring gear side is a lot bigger. It's a bigger bearing.
Okay.
So when you put it back together, so there's your differential. I'm going to wipe off all the grease. The drive cup has a screw in it. So we need to get this ring gear off. I'm going to undo the screw, pull the cup off, pull the bearing off, and then there's 4 screws right there.
Yeah.
And you're going to undo those screws. You're going to have to hold it. And we want to pry the ring gear off. There could be a gasket, there may not be a gasket, but anyway, it's a little messy. Get a rag, get a paper towel. So now the ring gear is off, and you're going to have spider gears inside the differential. So you're going to have 4 spider gears. There's 2 at the bottom. I'll use my finger for example, and it'll have a slash there. Pull the ring gears out. It's self-explanatory how they go back in. They crisscross like this across. So now the ring gears are out of there. Sorry, the ring gears off. The spider gears are out. Clean out the housing best you can. Q-tips, paper towel, whatever. Get most of the grease out. We're gonna go. I'm debating this right now. In the big cars, we have 500 thou fluid in the rear and 200 thou in the front. If you want to get real thick, you can go 1 million, and it's more thicker, more resistance. They have way more than this too. The other way to go is spools, which would be you eliminate the spider gears, and there's just a spool in there. It's definitely 100% locked.
Yeah.
I like that too for speed running, but we don't have them here. So that's what we're doing. This fluid works really good if you warm it up in a little cup or bowl of hot water.
Yeah. And
it's like molasses. I have a little screwdriver. I try and get it out and get it in there. When you have it in the cup, so the ring gear's off, you have it in this cup, carefully you can turn the bottom.
Oh yeah.
You can turn the bottom, which works the gears, which pulls the fluid down. Do not overfill it.
Yeah.
It's hard not to overfill it, but you want to maybe leave it a little bit down from the top, because if you put these little bolts back in that hold the ring gear on, and if you have too much fluid in there, it could crack this plastic housing. So you want to have enough, but not too much.
Yeah.
So you want to feel resistance. There's just grease in there right now. I can pretty much tell you that. So, which is probably okay for how the car came, which was like brushed. for, you know, but not for what we're doing. We've added some power. We have 1412 Castle, which is 7700 kV, and I managed to fit a 30-tooth pinion in here without adjustable motor mount. So don't, I'm not going to tell you the lettering because that's always hours of fun to figure that out.
Yeah.
In order to put a bigger gear, I'm going to have to Dremel out this little piece here, and I will. I will do the Mod 1 conversion for this car. That's on many videos on YouTube, but I don't see the point in doing that until it goes straight. Because what's happening, I find, is that I can get the car going straight, and once you apply a little bit of power,
Yeah, hit the pole.
one tire is, you know, one or two tires are having grip, the other ones aren't. They're not. It's like an open differential in a car. One tire fryer, okay? So do this first. In my opinion,
Hit a
before
pole
you add
like
power.
us.
Do this first before you add power. Get the chassis set, get everything done, your alignment, everything's good, then you add power. It'll help a lot. We've noticed it with the big cars too. A little less, I shouldn't say less important, a little less of a dramatic event in a 7-scale car because they're heavy.
Yeah.
So my Felony, for instance, that I've been 119 on 6S, the diffs are now treated.
Yeah.
So, but when I went 119, they were just greasing them.
Oh yeah.
But the thing weighs, you know, 11 pounds. You know,
Yeah.
and you're talking about a car that weighs like 4. It makes a difference. You know, so
Yes. So
everyone thinks,
light.
well, you know, a light car is great, but the weight helps on a speed run. My Limitless is almost
And the wind.
15 pounds. Heavy.
Yeah, I think it's 14 something.
You know, but anyway, do the basics. You can't just add power. Do your diffs, do your alignment. Tires are important too. These are the tires that come on the Fortec. I'm fairly impressed. Really good glue job. When I've revved the motor a little bit, they don't balloon a lot, but there'll be a point where I have to go to a foam.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
But-
good luck getting those in Canada.
Yeah, but for now we're going to use these. But the goal for this car is 70 miles an hour on 2S, and it went at 51.
But then it lost control and
Well,
hit the pole.
It lost. Oh, that was after it. Anyway,
I was
I-
like,
51
first
miles an
time
hour was
out.
not full throttle. I was just testing on a little short road.
Just bought the car and woo.
Yeah, it was like 3/4 throttle. So the data showed me I have a lot more to go. If I can get to full trigger, I fully expect 70. But you know, you got to do your other stuff first. But don't be intimidated. Buy some good tools, and then just piece by the time. Once you do this 3 or 4 times on a certain car, you know where stuff goes.
Yeah.
But don't be intimidated. Dive into it. So.
Oh, that's our little update for tonight.
Yeah, the Grome's been treated, and we're just waiting for. It's really cold, and so anyway, if we get a dry day, I am going to run the Grome, and I guess I'm all during the Fortec too because I'm in a mini friendly speed challenge with Philip Jolly and RC Speedrunner, which I can only hope to go.
Yeah, check them out. RC Speedrunner and Philip Jolly. You'll
Philip
be
Jolly just won
amazed.
101 with his Grome. I know the record's 106, but he's been 101, and watch out for RC Speedrunner because he's gone 80 on 2S. And we talk quite a lot. RC Speedrunner, we shipped him our XL1. He's going to run it. We just have a lot of RC cars, and I just was having no luck with the XL1.
Yeah, I want to see what he can do.
So he's going to be working that car. But check their channels out, Philip Jolly and RC Speedrunner.
RC
Great guys.
Speedrunner. And
Yeah.
go shopping at Extreme Hobbies in Chilliwack.
Yeah.
Best hobby store
Oh,
around,
absolutely.
man.
Frank's the best, yeah. So
Frank's the best.
I don't know.
So's
Boring, I
Carrie.
guess, for most people, but I just wanted to show, like, you really should do this on any car. Actually, even if you're just going to have a drifter or whatever, let's do, you know, like, do it properly. You don't have to lock your diff. Well, I guess you could lock your diff on a drifter, but anyway, I don't know. It depends what you want to do. We just like speedrunning.
Trying to go bashing.
But we're going to try and run, guys, if we can get up there. But in the meantime, we're doing stuff like we're rebuilding cars, and we got some more power for stuff, and we're trying, but the way it goes.
Yep, I fixed the Ford GT body from the
the
pole. Was it the pole, or was it the hydrant, or was it the
rolled,
pole?
it rolled off the grass into the hydrant.
Oh my god.
Yeah, didn't crack the body.
No, it just lifted up on the
Well, I went
side a little
51
bit.
miles an hour, but I was not at full throttle. I was working it. I did a lot. I was running it, making adjustments on my radio.
I was like, really? Did this
I was,
happen?
I was doing changes on the radio. It was getting better and getting better, but I only got to about maybe just past half, 3/4 throttle.
And it was a
And
side
it was
road.
51 miles an hour, the short road.
Yeah.
So now if I can get this thing to go straight with the new motor and all that kind of stuff, it's definitely going to go 70 on 2S, and then we'll go Mod 1, and then we'll go 3S, 4S, 6S, whatever. But I will say the Vortex is a great car.
So far, so good.
A lot of aftermarket parts you can get for bracing and for suspension, a lot of really good parts. I'm waiting postal strikes here, but that's what we're doing.
All right. Thanks
Okay,
for
so thanks for
watching
watching,
us. Yeah. Bye.